1, go.
All right, yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to our first ever GCL weekly podcast. We're gonna have going on from now on, starting with the preseason for our first ever GCL college season. We just came off of a very successful and a very exciting high school season, first high school season. I just want to say, first of all, congratulations to IMG on becoming the first ever GCL GCL high school national champions. Um, yep. So now we got that out the way. Um, for those you don't know, I'm Christopher Numa, quarterback, cornerback for Bishop Gorman. Also we also have in here D Ice, quarterback from
Yeah.
IMG. We also have Cairo Wobe, running back from St. John's Bosco, as well as we also have two of our commissioners here in Commissioner Ty, and then we also have Commissioner Jet Zeke.
You already know, man. We here, man.
Exactly. All right.
Season
And we're
one
just gonna
wrap
get
up.
and then we're just gonna get started with our preseason top 10. Um, as you can see here, we got Mr. Jet Harrison as the cover boy here. Um, and at number one, we are gonna have Texas A&M. Number two, we have LSU. Three, we're gonna have Cincinnati. Four, Miami. Five, Clemson. Six, Georgia. Number seven, Florida State. Eight, Wake Forest. Nine, Alabama. And to finish it all off, we have Pittsburgh at number 10. Um, I'll start off with the thoughts on Texas A&M. So I'll just go over here their roster, and
Before we start, sound
they
check.
have their roster consists of, which I think is probably the best offense coming into this college season. Um, to start it off, to lead the way for their offense, they're gonna have now the number one quarterback going into high school with the absence and the banning of Amar Bryant, quarterback of
R.I.P. that boy.
IMG,
R.I.P. that
and
boy.
Miles McCain. Yeah, RIP Miles McCain. I mean, my fault, Miles. RIP Amar Bryant.
RPU.
R.I.P. you. Hey, bro,
RIP
you
me
watching
for
the
that
F in the
one.
chat? Hey, F in the chat for Numa right now, bro. F in the chat for Numa.
We're good. So the starting quarterback for Texas A&M, now the number one quarterback in the nation going into college, um, Grayson's quarterback, Grayson's Foreman quarterback, Miles McCain. Um, just just watching his tape and going over his highlights, watching his games and all that. I think it's well deserving that he was a top um, prospect going into college. We were just all blown away by his pure arm talent and just his decision making on the field and just his all out accuracy, being able to throw the ball all over
Bro,
the
that shit,
field.
that shit was
Um,
crazy, bro. Now Miles McCain
yeah,
actually ran the ball in high school.
yeah, he ran a
What?
little bit. Yeah, he ran a
What?
little bit. Yeah,
He ran a little bit, man, but
wasn't much, but he
he
did.
just
He did a
has.
little
I
bit.
think he just has the most arm talent out of all the
I
QBs.
feel
If
like
you
he has
look
the
at
best IQ out of all the QBs, also.
yeah, if you look at the film, if you look at film, he's not. It's some passes that Mar would throw or Kaelin or Diaz would throw
We don't talk about Cameron
that
Diaz.
go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That no, it's not in the area of the receiver.
True that. True that.
Miles is hitting him. Miles is hitting him right in the jersey, like just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like
The
that.
decision making. You know what I'm saying? So quick. So he definitely has the most. I think he's coming in with the most throw power as well. So he's just. I think he's the top. QB in the nation, 5 star. Very deserving. So you know.
Yeah, and one thing that Miles had in high school that he's gonna have now also in college is he's gonna have some top tier receivers to throw to. So starting with their receiving core, he's gonna have former high school teammate, now college teammate, and probably one of the top wide receivers in the league,
I think.
in
I
Rock
think.
Lee,
I think.
5 star wide receiver. another 5-star wide receiver in Jet Harrison of Westlake, who's just a complete dog on the field. And some people would probably say, and when I say some people, I mean me, probably carried Westlake's offense.
Oh man.
Come on, bro. Don't do him like that.
Trey, don't do,
Who was
don't do Trey
Wesley's court?
King like that.
Oh, it was Trey King.
Don't do Trey like that. Trey can
Okay,
say, how you gonna catch the ball? How you gonna catch the ball if you ain't got nobody throw it to?
I mean, well, when we get to Trey King, we'll get to Trey King.
Oh, I got a
But
bone
to
to pick
finish-
with Trey King and Kaelin Diaz.
and then just to finish, their offense out for Texas A&M, they have who I think for my pick for dark horse player of the year, in Matt Roper, running back from Mater Dei, who's also coming into this college season as one of the lowest ranked players going into the college season. But
Matters for real, but it's all
But,
about how.
yeah, I mean, from the film that we looked at of Matt Roper in Texas A&M's
I feel like he has a lot of
scrimmage
potential.
games, yeah, definitely has a lot of potential, a lot of room for growth, and also he's already, I would say, in my opinion, a really solid running back, and I personally would have him start day one, until
I
he's
don't know.
proven.
We're gonna have to
Until he's
see how he
proven otherwise.
does. I think we have to see. But you gotta realize Texas A&M do got 2 running backs that are hurt.
Yeah,
Also. So he will be starting day one.
I mean, we'll see what what Coach Bob Rivers decides to do for
We
Texas
see what Coach
A&M.
Rivers. We see how, because
Yeah.
I practice with him. Me and Jet practice with him. We see how he plays, and he actually plays very good. You know what I mean? But we'll just see how Coach Bob Rivers handles the situation with 2 ultimately good guys down, and with Matt Roper having to step up, and we'll see if he can handle that pressure.
Well, I'm rooting for Matt Roper. I hope he does well for these couple weeks. That he's gonna definitely have the starting position, and like I said, hopefully Coach Rivers, just gives him the starting position indefinitely. That's what I'm gambling on.
And
But
LSU
then,
at number 2.
hold on, Texas A&M's defense.
Oh yeah. They got some
They're gonna
defense.
have, yeah, their defense is also very star-studded. They have arguably the number one middle linebacker and high school's defensive player of the year in Tajay Gaddy at middle linebacker. Um, just all around great player, just well deserving of every award he's gotten in high school. And then also they have 2 very, very good corners. One is actually on the panel with us tonight. D Ice, number 2 corner in the nation.
number 1 quarterback. Number 1
So,
cornerback,
hey,
bro.
one question, man.
What's up?
Yeah.
Do it for the podcast, man. What number are you rocking for college?
Okay, so I decided. So I had the number. I rocked number 49 in I rocked number 49 in high school for IMG. Balled out, and I'm like, I got some advice from a lot of people. Got a lot of hate from a lot of people. Well, I got a lot of hate from one person. Maybe, but I wanted to rock number 49 in college, but I realized I'm looking like I don't want to rock number 49 all years. Only do it at 2, so I'm gonna rock number 49 when I get to the pros. You feel me? But for college, I decided to rock in honor of AB, RIP. I decided to rock number 1. Number 1.
A good homage to your former high school quarterback.
Oh man, that's so
But,
sweet. That's so
yeah.
sweet.
I mean, but just because you wear number 1 doesn't mean that you are.
I am number 1, though. I am number 1. What do you mean? What are you talking about, bro? Okay. Hold on. We're gonna take a break on this top 10 real quick. We want to talk. Me and you want to talk real quick.
We can talk.
We want to talk, bro. So you telling me I'm not number 1? What makes you What puts you ahead of me? Honestly, what puts you ahead of me? What do you think puts you ahead of me?
You is 1. I had more interceptions than you.
You had
2.
3 more interceptions. That's it.
I had to do more for my team to get my team in the position we were in, because I was the only defensive player on my team. 1, being the shortest player on the team, and also being the only defensive player on my team. I had to carry Bishop Gorman to a 4 and 5.
You have to realize
If it wasn't for one individual, we'll get to them when we get to them. If it wasn't for one individual, I believe we would have had a rematch in the national championship, and we would have scraped you guys again.
You would not scrape it. You didn't scrape us the first time. Bro, you beat us by 3 and it was straight field goals the whole game. And you just happen to get a lucky block field goal. That's it. You have to realize, I didn't get targeted in high school. I barely got targeted. But for every time I did get targeted, I made plays against top wide receivers I shut down. Wow, they targeted you 100 times. And you got targeted almost like 100 times a game, bro. And I still put up basically the same amount of stats as you. Says a lot. And I didn't get targeted at all.
How many interceptions you had in college? How many interceptions you had in high school?
I had 3 interceptions in high school. I had 2 forced fumbles. I had 2 sacks.
I had 6.
You had tackles and interceptions. That's it. I had 3 interceptions, forced fumbles, and 2 sacks, bro.
Which is why you are well deserving of number 2. It could be interchangeable.
No, right?
If I was number 2, if I was number 2, I wouldn't be upset. But
I'm pissed, bro. I'm pissed.
Jet, bro. I just want to thank Jet and thank Ty and the rest of the
committee. Because they gave it, bro. You don't understand. And I am a champion. And I am a champion, bro.
I gave you that props. I gave you your props. I didn't think that
a champion, bro.
Which is well deserved.
Take that number 1 spot. Y'all got beat by Servite.
All right. We gotta get back. We gotta get back, man. Because I can.
But yeah, let's.
I can listen to this argument all day because it's so funny. But
yeah, let's get to LSU, number 2 in the nation. So LSU, like stated before, I think I said it or Cairo said it. It could be really interchangeable. They could be number 1 and Texas A&M could be number 2, or it could be the way we have it here. What really just makes a difference is, in my opinion, is at the quarterback position. So for LSU, they have Tyler Bloomgren, quarterback. Tyler B from Modern Day. And an interesting fact about Tyler Bloomgren, he did not start the entire season for Modern Day. He was actually a backup who got the starting position, I do believe, and Ty, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 or 3 weeks into the season.
I think it was week 5.
So more than just about half the season,
basically half.
He didn't start.
Sure.
So I just want to say, congratulations on being able to, take over that team and making it to, such a powerhouse of a school like LSU.
Sure.
But also, at running back for LSU, they have arguably, not even arguably, there should be no argument, and I'm talking to you, KP. There should be no argument. The number 1 running back and number 1 just all around just talent coming out of high school in Cairo Wobe.
Big arm Wobe.
Big arm Wobe. Big arm Wobe.
Like, bro, his arms are huge, bro. That boy really hit the weights.
Cairo Wobe, baby.
Yes, sir. Number 7.
Yeah. And then just like Texas A&M, LSU has some really good targets to be able to throw to. And Josiah Miles, I do believe he is from Servite. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Servite, and then also Trev Sharkley,
Grayson.
From Grayson. Yeah, another one of.
He's gonna be a sleeper. I think that's a wide receiver that people should look out for. Is dude's a sleeper. Pretty good speed, pretty good catching. You know what I'm saying? Just came out of high school, low star rating, but I think he's a wide receiver that we can really use and in different schemes, especially Josiah Miles as well. He's dangerous in the kick return game, dangerous all around. I think we may not have the star-studded wide receiver core, but I think they're sleepers. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the defense that LSU is the defense for LSU. You know what I'm saying? And that's I'm gonna let Numa name who we got on defense for real.
He's got some hitters.
And just like Cairo Obe said, the defense for LSU, another stud, really talented middle linebacker in Eric Chang of what was the high school Eric Chang came out of? I know it
South
was
Lake.
a really bad one.
South.
Um,
South
South
Lake.
Lake, yes, it was South
Yeah,
Lake
South.
Carroll.
Yeah.
Probably just about the only bright spot for that for that high school was Eric Chang. And then also here at strong safety,
5-star
with
now. 5-star strong
five
safety.
5-star strong safety. I do believe he was like number one, like overall ranked defensive player, coming out of high school. And I'm gonna butcher his name. Requise
No,
Bonkiki.
Requise Bonkiki.
Yeah,
Barbecue.
yeah, Requise
You said
Bonkiki.
ranked
Yeah,
number. You said number one defensive player coming out of high
yeah, I
school.
do believe he was ranked over like all the other defensive players. I think he was like ranked in like the top five.
He was ranked over Taj.
Yeah, Taj wasn't even in the top 10,
That's crazy.
which is
That's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
crazy.
Taj wasn't even in the top 10.
I
That's
just want to
crazy.
chime in. This is Jet here. You know I gotta touch on that for a quick second. The only reason why Taj wasn't in the top 10 is because he was reclassing. So we felt like we shouldn't include him in any of the rankings or awards at the time. But once he decided to go to college with everybody else, we had to weigh in his stats and everything. And
So what
just
would you put
ending
him
the
at?
year off, I think his last game he had about like 20 tackles in one game. That sold me. I never seen that before. So if you go
Yeah,
back and watch Grayson's last game against IMG, I believe he had
yeah,
20 tackles, bro.
Yeah, and
yeah.
not
So
gonna lie, man.
So
Tajay is pretty man. He's a pretty good linebacker.
but Rakis is that
I
boy
remember
though.
our game,
You
definitely that boy. But I remember our game, Grayson versus St. John. Dude shut me down. I can't lie, he shut me down. I had like 60 something yards that game. Dude's a beast. He played as an athlete. He was a running back and a linebacker. So he's on both sides of the ball. Dude's a talented football player. Dude just plays football. Um, you know, real talented guy. I can't wait to see what he does in Texas A&M.
Sure, for sure. Um, but yeah, so now that brings us to number three in Cincinnati. So I'll let y'all know what's going on here with Cincinnati. Once again, Cincinnati probably would have been probably maybe over uh, LSU. Um, they could have probably even been number one, but once again, with the unfortunate departure of AB, you know, that kind of dropped us down a little bit.
Kid.
But nonetheless, we still have a pretty good team here. So here at quarterback, we're gonna have a computer generated quarterback. It's still gonna be draftable for the pros in Jason Poole. We're gonna have coming into college, Cairo, the number one ranked running back, um, Kareem Parker of IMG, who is a all around running back. In my opinion, I would say you're a better pure running back. I would say he's more a dynamic running
In
back.
my case, let me say something.
Go
In my
ahead.
case, I've had games where I've led in receiving as well.
But you didn't have more than
no, you
KP.
ain't have more than KP.
Listen, that
Hey,
wasn't
Reem,
what was asked.
Reem,
That
Reem
wasn't what
also
was
had
asked.
every single one of IMG's linemen was above a 90 overall, so that would help
Exactly.
Reem.
Exactly.
Okay.
And what was St. John's um offensive line overall?
I
Straight
mean,
70.
yeah, they
I
were
think
like 70.
That
And,
sounds
and
like a coaching problem.
Reem's a great running back though, but
Yeah, not to take anything away from
yeah,
KP. Still a
Yeah,
great,
not yeah, not to take it, but in my case, man, I was St. John. He was just the running back for IMG. You know what I'm saying? And that was a little bit of shade there. Yeah, I ain't gonna cap, but you know what I'm saying? I was basically St. John. When y'all thought about St. John, y'all thought about Cairo. So
Yep, facts. That's total facts. But
But y'all didn't win
no,
the
and then
championship.
big facts right there. That's big facts.
yeah, that's
Big
true.
facts.
That's a hard.
championship, it can't. It's a team thing. You can't win with just a running back, man. Like
Well, don't
and
say that now. Don't say that
it
now.
showed. It
Derrick
showed.
I mean,
Henry, Derrick Henry
the
can take his team.
the line Well, the Lions couldn't do it with Barry Sanders. The Lions, all they had was Barry Sanders, and they wasn't able to win anything with just Barry Sanders.
He
So
was, he's, in my opinion, the greatest running back of all time. So,
exactly, and
look at
there's
LaDainian Tomlinson. They only had him and maybe Antonio Gates, but
they also had a young Drew Brees
they
and a
had
and a young Philip Rivers.
they had Philip Rivers, but he was the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? He was basically. That's not getting the NFL teams, man. Let's
But
that's
yeah, so this and then what also I believe hurt Cincinnati in the rankings wise brings it down to just number threes. No wide receivers. They don't have any.
They
Um,
was. They was. I heard around the rumor mill. This is going around the rumor mill that Amari Harris was supposed to go to Cincinnati, but suddenly AB left. And so I don't think
Really?
Amari's going to Cincinnati no more. Yeah, I heard
Nope.
Amari was supposed to go to Cincinnati. He was supposed to go to Cincinnati, and that was going to.
That's a news to me. I never knew.
Yeah.
He was supposed to.
never
Now he's not
heard that.
going no more.
Okay, all right. I mean,
Y'all would have had a pretty solid team.
we would have been the number one team in the nation. What you mean? But
I don't know. I don't know about all that.
I don't know
but
about all
yeah.
that.
To just cap off Cincinnati's offense, we're gonna have tight end Jacob Levert. Dude is huge. Jacob Levert. He is. I do believe he's like about like 6'7".
Oh, that boy Big Uzi Vert,
Hey,
man.
he's like 6'6",
6'5".
6'7". Because I know,
He's 6'5", 235. Jacob Levert's a big boy, man.
what is Jason
kind of
Pierce height?
a-
Because I know he
he's
was
kind of a-
pretty tall.
Uh, cool. Yeah, and then so going on to Cincinnati's defense, starting here on the line, they're gonna have at defensive tackle, King Bryant out of IMG. Um,
I don't know, King. I don't think King Bryant's going to excel in college.
I mean,
I don't think he will.
we'll see. He went under the radar for IMG's defense, because of that just crazy secondary and linebacking core that IMG had in high school. But we can see we'll see what he's able to do for Cincinnati. He's also gonna be on the line with his tight end at right. His teammate, my apologies, high school teammate, and Tomlin Juicer, who plays right end.
Juice.
News.
Yeah, dude. Who I believe played really
Yeah, Juice
who I
is a
believe-
dog, bro.
yeah.
No, but the fact that we were able to get King Bryant is really amazing because that's going to help that defense a lot. And
Yeah.
I think that was great,
Oh,
especially in
Ty
that
is the coach
walk-on
at Cincinnati.
spot.
So
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Coach of Cincinnati.
It's good.
Coach.
How do you feel? What did you say to your players when Amar Bryant left? What in the locker room? You know how you had. I know you called a team meeting. What did you say to your players?
I mean, it was really more of like this is what's happening, that kind of thing, and like he doesn't want to play with us. And then once he came back, and he was like, I was like, all right, here's the thing, like you can be back here, but you're obviously going to be in suspension. And he's like, nah, I want to leave. And really, the guys were cool with it, but
So it's still the same.
yeah, I don't think they wanted to play with him after at that point.
What was his reason?
I mean, he just felt like everybody was, against him.
Which
he
we weren't.
Yeah, I think I know what happened. He let that
Big ego.
talent, get to his head, man. It just, and that's the thing. Like that's the case with a lot of these new guys coming in, man. If you a good player, be a good person as well. You feel
Be
me?
humble.
Yeah, like you don't have to let your play do the talking. You could talk your little ish here and there, but man, if you come off as brash and cocky and just unlikable, there's barely any teams that's going to want you on their team. You know what I'm saying? And look at Amar Bryant. He was the number one player in high school. Number one player. Number one. He probably was. I think he was what was he going to be the highest overall or something? Had
No, he
NIL
wasn't.
deals,
He wasn't. He wasn't
had
gonna be the
had
highest overall.
NIL deals, have a lot of flex bucks and everything. Lost it all because of ego. He could have been a part of this whole
Actually,
movement we have going on, but
yeah,
ego,
and
you know.
yeah, and even when he came back, like to transfer to Notre Dame, yeah, he would have lost all like a good amount of his overall, and he wouldn't have had those endorsements, but he still would have had a chance to rebuild himself with the talented player he is. But he just
Yeah,
that ego again just got to him, and he
Ego got to him.
like that's it's
Well,
just all
unfortunately,
be a good player and still be a good person at the same time, you know. And a lot of people did not rock with AB. You know,
Mm-mm.
he was a good player, but my opinion, man, the dude was a dude. I gotta watch myself, but dude wasn't likable. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna just keep it like that.
yeah.
Uh,
But just to finish off Cincinnati's defense, at cornerback, they have the number one cornerback in the nation, regardless of what DI says. In myself, Christopher Numa. Um, then to finish out, they're gonna have Javarius Moore, free safety out of IMG, and should be a very so
very,
on to
very
Miami.
injured.
Um, and Miami, in my opinion, is probably. Hmm, how do I say this? Like, I'm not gonna say like they're rated too high or whatever because they have the talent without a
I
doubt.
would
They
say
have the
this. I would say this.
Or
From
you think
four
they
down,
overrated?
from four down, you could put him at any spot you want to.
probably besides 10.
Says besides
10,
Pitt,
10 is pretty solid. Yeah, 10 is pretty solid. That's it. Nobody's moving.
but
But 5 to
Miami,
9, I do agree. You could switch those teams
yeah,
around any way you
and it's
want to.
all based off one position, the quarterback.
Yep.
yeah. I
I don't
mean,
think
in
look,
Miami,
man. I don't think Trey King played bad, man.
You
I
have to realize,
think that
that Trey King played good because he had Jet in the All American
how
game.
do
that's the debate.
how do
Like
you
it's
know that?
yeah, that's the
Because
debate. It's like it's more of like a they have the talent, but it needs to be reshown like across their
Did
entire
y'all not
roster.
watch the All American game?
I
I
agree with
mean,
Isom.
Trey King played like trash.
no, but like
man,
the thing is he had Zeke in that game too. Like
He
I know like
did, but he
Zeke
could.
was a
He
huge
wasn't his
asset for us.
really main too. Like he got shut
Yeah,
down.
he
Zeke got
did.
shut down. When Zeke got shut down, he couldn't pass it to nobody. He had Amari, who he passed to Amari most time. But the first half was really trash.
That's
Let's
what I.
Yeah.
not lie to these people, bro.
I mean,
In
he
my
Trey
started off
opinion,
like
King
0 and
is not
5.
as good as
So
people think.
in my opinion, I think Miami as a team, they have a lot to show for because
yeah,
they have the talented players, but these players did not perform to the level that they should have or thought they would have in high school. Omari Harris, the wide
Locked.
receiver for Miami, for week 1 in high school, had no production.
None.
Boy was out here
not a single
straight
target.
running
It's
routes for
tragic, bro.
free, for nothing.
Who puts you played a whole
And I
hour and
mean,
something
you
game and
can
you
blame that
get
on
not
Kaelin
even
Diaz
you
too,
can,
but
not even that though, not even that though. You gotta realize you it's an hour game. Quarterback's gonna pass to the dude that's open. For the fact that Martin ain't get one reception, at least one reception. Come on, bro. That means
Yeah,
a
just
lot.
got nothing done week 1, and then I do believe had 1 week had one first of all had one touchdown all of high school. The whole high school season only had one touchdown.
How you a wide receiver? You expect to perform. You expect to go to college. When in high school, you playing up these good guys. You playing up good guys. Yeah, your
So
quarterback was trash. Yeah, your quarterback was garbage juice. But still, you have to be able to perform when you do. How you have one touchdown, and then in the All American game, you actually got a quarterback that will throw to you, and you still don't perform as you think people think you would.
I mean that's what
I mean,
Amari Harris
he
really
still
showed us
definitely performed in the All-Star game though. Like
He
without a
did,
that
doubt.
but
was
did
He,
he?
one
He
of
did.
one
He
of the
did,
best
but
of the
not up
best.
to the
Like,
expectations people really thought he
but like
was.
that was all in one half. So imagine if he did have like a team like that or like a quarterback. Like not to hate on Kaelin Diaz, but his game was to like kind of find one receiver and kind of rock with him, and that was Cam Chase.
But
like
you
that
gotta
was his
realize,
dude.
if you wanted to do that, then go to Cincinnati, then go to LSU, then go to Texas A&M for these top quarterbacks. Go to Alabama with Miles. You went to
But you
Trey
can't tell him to
King?
not go with Trey King, a 4-star. Like I know we talked about this, but
Trey
like
King-
you can't. The stats don't lie, man. Like
You need to remember is Trey King is one of 2 quarterbacks, Miles McCain being the other, one of 2 quarterbacks who's thrown for 500 yards in a high school.
I get that, but Trey King is nothing without Jet. Zeke, he's nothing without him.
Look, he's played how many? He's played games. Has he played any games without Jet?
No.
He played one half.
Not a single
Played one half.
Not a single.
Not one game without Jet.
Yeah.
So how do we know if it's not the other way around?
You
How
think
do we
Jet,
know that?
You think Jet needs Trey King?
Nah, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like you can't just push that narrative that's you know what I'm saying, that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? You have to realize.
No, I mean,
if you watch the game, hold on, let me tell you.
If
You watch it, this is different. The reason I get what you're saying, but yeah, realize when you watch the game, Amari Harris would be in the touchdown, butt naked open, wide open, and Trey King would still throw it to Jet across the middle. Just see, there's countless times where Amari was open. He beat the dude off the route.
Same with Kaelin Diaz,
still
bro.
Throw it to Jet, only Jet.
But like, you remember that like that one game when we were watching film? I don't know which one it was, but Amari, there was like multiple times, but one of them he was in a deep, like it was a skinny post, wide open in the end zone, like no one within 10 yards.
We will get to Kaelin Diaz. We'll get to Kaelin Diaz.
Yeah. What is the Zeke argument? All right. What is the Zeke argument?
You have to realize Zeke. Well, Jet. He goes by Jet. Jet went to a quarterback that would actually give him the ball, that actually like knows how to. He would pick the open dude. If Amari wanted that, then he could have went to Texas A&M or Cincinnati or LSU. He went to Trey King, who misses people still. You basically just went from Kaelin Diaz to a slightly better Kaelin Diaz.
Isn't it like Cairo? What you were saying earlier? It's kind of hard to say that a receiver like Jet gets carried by their quarterback, especially like when the receiver is the one running the routes and getting open, and they're like the quarterback's job is to deliver the ball to him when he's open, and like Jet goes and makes the 50-50 catches.
Man, I don't know, man. I just think that like it's not fair that you like that we trying to push that narrative. You feel me? Like
I see what you're saying though.
Y'all gotta give the guy a chance to perform in college.
Let's see.
He's a 4-star and he put up crazy stats.
We will see.
Yeah, he was one of the only few quarterbacks to throw over 500 yards. Did Amari Bryant do that? No.
He was the number one player.
And he was the number one player, right?
Yeah. But I just want to say one thing about that 500-yard game. 230 of those passes went to Jet Harrison. Just saying.
Whoa.
Come on, bro.
230 yards.
Jet Harrison.
He had 230 yards in that game.
230 plus.
So that means that they got good chemistry. I feel like that's not like a Wani. Come on now. Let's say, did Julio Jones need Matt Ryan, or was it the other way around?
Matt Ryan definitely needed Julio Jones. We all know that. Don't break my heart like this, Cairo.
Hold on, you just contradicted yourself. You just contradicted yourself. You just said Julio. You said it wasn't either. Did Julio Jones really need Matt Ryan?
So when Julio went to Tennessee, what happened?
He still played
Matt Ryan played like shit.
But Matt Ryan played like trash.
So did Julio.
Yeah, but he had Ryan Tannehill throwing to him.
Come on now. So did Julio.
So you're saying, but you still contradict yourself. So you're saying Trey King and Jet, yes, they got that chemistry. But if Trey King and Jet now on the same team, that means they're both gonna play like trash.
Bro, we don't know that. No,
but can you blame Jet for going to play with the highest rated quarterback like right now? Like he played really well with Trey King, but like Miles McCain's stats don't lie either. So like you can't blame him for going to play at A&M.
We can't make that argument. We can't make that argument until we start seeing
like coming into high school. Of high school,
and
though.
then we can say,
That's
oh,
true.
he definitely needed him because we don't know. We don't know
Yeah,
that.
we can
don't know
save
that.
the decisions for next week's podcast. That's true. Let's move
Okay,
on. So
we'll see how week 1 plays out. All I have to
Right.
say is
Just see.
not Clemson. Miami's offense, Trey King, Omari Harris. I'm telling this to you guys. You're gonna have to prove us wrong because you guys really didn't show. Well, more so Omari Harris. I'm gonna speak to my former teammate Omari Harris. You got a ball out. Just point blank period. 1 touchdown in all of high school is unacceptable if you're trying to be a top wide
Unacceptable.
receiver.
Oh wait, he only had one touchdown, bro.
He
One
only had 1 touchdown
touchdown.
in one game where he had over 100 yards in all of high school. You gotta do better than that.
That's
You
not.
gotta-
yeah,
This is your
but then
time.
it comes down to like, why are they ranked number 4?
But it's like, was that his
Oh,
fault?
so then
though?
now,
Y'all was saying that wasn't his fault. Y'all was saying that wasn't really his fault.
Hey,
for
but
real.
to shout out to Amari, to his credit, he went crazy in the All-Star game. He had like a buck
Yeah,
30.
that's what we're
No,
talking about.
He had like a buck 30 for like a touchdown or 2 touchdowns
I
with
think 2
Miles
touchdowns.
O'Kane.
Yeah, 'cause they tried to say that I wasn't, you know. Let me not go back to.
All-Star game. I think it's. I'm glad we had the All-Star game because the All-Star game really showed the talents of some of these players. Like I said, we're sitting here talking about Omari Harris, how he had such a subpar high school season. He went out to the All-Star game and just
ball.
turned
Bro,
everybody.
he caught 5 passes
Everybody.
for a buck 30. 5 passes for 130
Exactly.
and a
So that
TD.
can-
So it's like it's gonna
He
be
just
interesting.
those targets. He just hasn't
Yeah.
gotten those before.
And the thing about TK, bro, you know, like I said, I rocked with him all year. So did I have my frustrations? Yeah. But the main thing is what you got to know is if you guys know the history in your football, you know he's a Brett Favre type of guy to me. I feel like he's just a risk taker, big risk taker.
Mhm.
Like he got a big arm
He
and
does.
he's not scared to make any
yeah,
plays into
he's got a
coverage. He
crazy
threw me
arm.
into coverage a lot, so I know he don't care. Like he willing to throw you into coverage, whatever
yeah.
it takes. Just get open. I'm throwing it. So he's a big risk taker, but he can give you big yards if you just just stay consistent and stay with him. Now the question would be the turnovers for me. And, he's gonna have to correct that in college because you don't want to turn.
Decision-making.
There's a lot of high level defensive players out here in season 1. So D Ice might come off and pick that one clean.
Yeah, his awareness,
He
his
didn't no
decision
interception.
making is just like not where you want it to be if you're a pro like scout watching, you know?
I know, bro. I'm telling you,
That's
bro.
a-
I'm
and
telling you.
He's got the arm. He potentially has one of
I'm
the best
telling you
arms.
this now, man. I'm gonna
Second
keep it a
row.
buck. I'm telling you now. Some of these people, like all these college people we're talking about, bro. I guarantee you, some of them will not be able to go pro.
We'll see. But we're just gonna leave it off on that end, for Trey King and Omari Harris, because I want to be able to show these guys on defense for Miami some love as well. Here, so for cornerbacks, they have a pretty good defense here at Miami. They have Vibin Trent, cornerback from
Boy,
IMG.
no, hold on. He is trash.
And he was his teammate.
He was a.
Don't ever
was
say
part-
he was. They got some pretty good guys, and list Vibin Trent first. Don't ever do that.
Yeah.
Vibin
Nah,
Trent was
wait,
trash.
Richard
Wait,
Grooms, bro.
wait.
Oh
He
man,
was-
let's not call these guys.
Wait,
trash,
hold on.
man. Let's
He
be
was
like,
exactly what I'm saying. He was still part of
Wait,
a
we're on Miami
championship
still?
team. He had to contribute somehow. He had to
Nah, he
contribute
didn't,
somehow.
bro.
But let me
Dude,
wait. Let me just wait. Hold. Let
Look
me
at
just
my
let
eyes,
me
man.
point
Look
out.
at this. Look at Ice, bro.
I know Ice is
Really,
like
bruh?
sick right now.
This is his teammate too, bro.
I'm
Like,
on his
I
team.
want him
He
to
got
be made.
cooked. How many times a game he got cooked?
Oh man. Hey, this is redemption arc, right? This is the redemption
Yeah,
arc.
facts,
All right,
facts.
what is it, man? Come on now.
Yeah, exactly. And then also they have Andrew Maguire, arguably
Wow.
probably another top cornerback. Probably some people may say you could put him number 1. I don't see it. at all.
Andrew's a dog.
Andrew Maguire, cornerback out of Mater Dei, and then to finish off their secondary, they have Dylan Long of Grayson, I believe. Is that correct?
I don't know who that is. I'm not gonna keep it
Free
buck.
safety
Yeah,
from,
yeah,
from Grayson.
yeah,
Strong
free
safety
safety.
from Grayson. Strong safety from Grayson.
He plays everywhere.
Yeah, but
You don't
Bruh,
even see him
now
on
I'm
every
not. I'm
corner.
gonna keep it the buck, bro. I
Oh,
totally
good.
forgot Vibin Trent was on Miami.
I kind of knew he was
They
going to
should
be
have dropped.
because of
Miami is
his-
no
his-
longer
his
4, bro.
build. His build. How tall is Vibert?
I don't believe that
Ivan
Viben's
Trent.
I don't believe that he's starting. I think that Creel wanted to develop him a little because I think he's at 4 on the depth chart right now.
He's not even starting.
Because McGuire is at 2 and he's
he's
a top
gonna
corner. McGuire's too.
Ivan Trent is gonna play the slot.
So
yeah,
how tall is Vibert?
I'm not sure if he.
I'll be back out.
Ivan Trent is 5'10", 170.
I thought he was 6'8".
Nah.
No.
He had made
Keontae
a
Jones
tight end.
is 6'4".
He had made a tight end. And
really?
yeah, he was. I think he was an athlete. He wanted to play. No, he wanted to play
Nah,
cornerback.
he did have a tight end too.
Yeah, he wanted to play. I thought that's what I thought, and he made him 6'8". And
Nah,
then he wanted.
it was
corner
short.
as well.
It was short.
Okay.
He went to
Yeah, that guy, man.
I mean, Miami
is the guy that didn't perform for me.
Miami is number 4 because they have the players they have high potentials. Honestly, we have him here at number 4 due to the possible potential that they could have.
Except for Vibin.
Is it risky to have him at number 4? Maybe we should have Clemson
I
or
think
Georgia.
so. Georgia.
Yeah,
because Georgia has more of the.
Wait. We'll get to.
Yeah, I think we're on Clemson now, right?
Yeah, we're at Clemson now. So for Clemson, they're number 5.
What is this, raisins?
Yeah,
we're not giving out free sponsorships over here, man. Come on now.
Guys, get that thing off the screen.
Hey man. Hey man. Don't be mad because Raisin smack.
Oh my god.
Bro, we're not giving no free sponsorship. All right.
So for Clemson here, we have quarterback. Kaelin Diaz, K8.
Speak your piece.
K8. Wait, I'm gonna go. Let me go through their team first, then I'll get to.
Also a head coach too.
Kaelin Diaz. It's AJ Richardson. Head coach AJ Richardson. For Clemson, and then they have Kaelin Diaz, quarterback out of
Diaz, and he's a head coach for Bama too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, he is. And then we also have Richard Grooms III, wide receiver, once again, part of that IMG championship team. And then here on defense,
that's kick return wrong right there.
That's that boy.
They have Trey Matthews. I do believe he plays middle linebacker. If I can find him. Yes, he plays middle linebacker. Trey Matthews? I do believe he's generated.
Okay. I'm about to say, I'm like, whoever Trey Matthews is, I'm sorry if I do not know who you are.
Yeah. Kaelin Diaz. He's gonna be a big part of this Clemson team, whether they fail or succeed. In my opinion, Kaelin Diaz, in my opinion, is probably one of the worst of the top 5 quarterbacks. I'm being just completely honest. I'm sorry, K8. I know we were high school teammates.
I'm not.
But you sold so many games.
So many.
The clutch gene was just not in this man. The amount of times I would hold the defense down and we'll let up just a field goal, or we'll get a 3-and-out, and there's one drive left, and all he has to do is get us into field goal range, and he scrambles the ball and fumbles and broke my heart. It's just been too many times. But with that being said, I'm not gonna deny the positives that he has in his game. He's once again a very dynamic quarterback. I do believe he rushed for 200 yards and passed for another 200 yards in week 6, if I'm correct.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you know what game that was in, Cairo? You know what game that was in?
Oh my god, bro. Go on somewhere with that. No, we're not gonna talk about that.
Wait, wasn't that the game where we stomped down?
I gotta go, guys.
But, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we kind of just forgot about that.
Yeah, his issues that lie with me though is his inconsistency. If he's able to come to college and AJ Richardson is able to implement a playbook or a game plan for him where he's gonna be a more consistent quarterback, I feel like he'll be a very dangerous quarterback if he's.
I think they have to play to his strengths, which is running. Which is one of his strengths.
Hey, that man can sling it. If they can teach him something on how to read a defense, bro, he is going to be tearing people up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just probably need to build up that offensive line, and make sure he's protected. I think he could be like a Deshaun Watson for Clemson.
I mean,
He could be.
week one they played Notre Dame. So and Notre Dame is probably last. They're terrible. Um, the only players they have in their team are like linemen, one linebacker, one wide receiver, and O lineman. That's pretty much it. Um, so he has a cupcake team that he could use as practice. Even if he doesn't do, my thing is even if he doesn't play well, I feel like Clemson would definitely be able to still be able to get it done with Richard Grooms being the wide receiver that's there as well.
Yeah, he got some safety blankets. Guys who can stretch the ball down the field, and I think that we can't just hold on, guys. Hold on.
But
I
yeah,
think that we can I think that they can be a dangerous team with Kaelin Diaz. It's always hard to stop a scrambler. So
so what do you have to say, Ice? Anything about Clemson?
I wish not to speak on Clemson.
Okay, all right, we can move on. We can move on to Georgia. We can move on to Georgia.
Personally,
Uh, uh, Georgia, once again, part of that trio that could be switched around for number 4 with Miami or number 5 or whatnot. We just have them here at number 6 because they have a little bit of the lower end of the talent here, probably besides like one player. So here for Georgia at quarterback, they have Caitlyn Wright of Servite, if I'm correct.
sleeper, sleeper,
Um,
yes.
yes,
sleeper.
left-handed quarterback from Servite. Um, they
Hey,
also
boy.
have his high school teammate, Cyril Cox out of Servite, and then
Uh,
also they have Bobby Lawson. Which high school is he
Also
from?
survey. Also survey.
Servite. Okay, so it's just Servite offense,
all
relocated to
certified
Georgia.
boys, man.
Yeah. And then here on Georgia's defense, which is looking real scary, they have at left end they're gonna had Javid Storm.
Jay
And
Storm, man. High
where
school
did he go to
teammate.
play at? St. John's Bosco. Okay, so he went to St. John's.
That's my boy.
Um, and they also have Rizza
Reason.
Lock. Yeah, they have Rizza
Another,
Lock.
another.
And then also they at corner. If he's watching this, I hope he's watching this. Um, they have Tyler Bowman Jr.
Tyler
Least
Bowman.
drippiest person in the college series. The least
Number one
drippiest.
in
I'm
the
sorry.
nation.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. My issue with Tyler Bowman Jr. is he has this complexity about him that he is the best cornerback
Which is
in
not
the
true.
nation.
No, not corner player.
It's just not true.
But yeah, okay, yeah. So which
He's a
is
good player,
far from
just not the
false.
best.
Yeah, he's a solid player. But once again, as we've had talks, I feel like he would have ranked higher. He was not on the same team as Andrew McGuire.
Because he's the second best corner on his team. And
Yeah.
he's the second best player on this team. But
Yeah. So that's where my issue lies with Tyler Bowman Jr. So
Maybe
he
he needs a little humble pie. Have one of those wide receivers go for $150 on him.
no. I mean, he's a pretty humble dude. He's not AB level, but it's just sometimes just talking to him, it's just like, dude, like you're not. How you gonna compare yourself to me or Ice when you're not even the best corner on your team?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You're not even the
So,
best
I mean-
DB on your team.
yeah, exactly.
He has
So
Bond QQ. He's number 3.
he's one of those. Wait, Bond? No. He
Yeah,
doesn't.
Bond
He
Kiki
Bond
was
Kiki
on
was on
Mater
Mater
Day.
Dia. On Mater Day.
Oh, for real?
Mater Dia. Where?
No,
Mater
Bond
Day,
Kiki
bro.
was on
Mater
Mater
Day.
Day.
Mater Dia.
He played for Westlake. He was teammates with
Medea.
Jet and TK.
No,
Oh.
was he on Westlake?
No, Rico. Yeah,
Yes,
Don Kiki was on one.
I swear he
Yeah,
was
they
on.
those jerseys look
Yeah, he's
number
number
one
1 for LSU now.
I swear
Yeah.
he was on Mater.
there.
Nah.
Those
Yeah.
jerseys look a little. Oh no, that's on us. But
I mean, Georgia's also one of those teams where their players really didn't play that well in high school, and they have something to prove here in college. I mean, hey,
I think those. Oh, my fault. Go ahead, man.
just to finish it off, Tyler Bowman, just a message to you. Yeah, you may not have been the best corner in high school, but it's a new season. Everybody's starting from scratch. This is your opportunity to
Especially,
ball out and become the best corner in college.
He was on Westlake.
Like, Cairo.
Wow.
I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? Oh shoot, oh boy, I don't forget what I was gonna say. It'll come back to me though. No, I think, no, I figured out. I think those that, those players, they didn't really have like one of the most flashiest seasons in high school, but I think that they have a good mixture of players to where they mesh greatly together. And I
That
think
too.
they're a dangerous team. You know what I'm saying? And plus, they have a pretty decent quarterback in Caitlyn Wright. I think he's one of the most slept on quarterbacks in during the high school season. He wasn't really talked about. On the
Yeah,
echelon
but
with
he did perform when he had
MD
to.
and Miles McCain and anything, but Caitlyn Wright was doing big things for Servite,
He
and
led his
they
team.
went to the he led his team to the championship. They lost, but hey, he led his team. So
hey, almost had a comeback in the championship too.
Yeah.
Like he led them back to that.
right. So
He's a gunslinger. Like
so I think he'll be able to lead this team. And I'm a Georgia boy, so I'm low key going for him. Uh, but
Yeah, I think
yeah, I think he'll lead that team to. I guess
success.
I'm hoping to play. You know,
I mean, hey, I'm pretty sure like we're all in agreement that Georgia is gonna have a pretty solid season.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it made
I
the
think they're ranked. I think they're ranked fifth, but they could find themselves or they're ranked sixth, but they could find themselves at four, like easily.
Hit them in
who
Miami
knows?
could
I mean,
switch.
yeah, I'm just saying like 4, 5, and
I
6, all
think
three of those they could
Yeah,
probably enter.
I agree.
I
They all
think
could
I
go.
think Georgia's a better put together team than Miami. I think
True.
it's a
True.
well put
True.
together team, more of a put together team than Miami. Who does Georgia have at running back?
They don't
They
have
do
any.
not have one. They have Zamir White and then James Cook.
I would have went there. I would have went there because I'm a Georgia boy, but Coach Stingley was like, hey, we gonna build that out. We gonna build that offense.
You
Make
ain't
sure everybody's
loyal.
successful. And
And then
had to
that
had
brings us. So then that brings us to number 7, Coach Walk Lee,
I
and
feel like
Florida
I
State.
want to put my 2 cents on it. I feel like
Yeah,
FSU can really be
yeah,
something this year. They have a lot. They have AJ
another sleeper
Harris.
team. I mean, going over their roster at quarterback, they have CPU
Jaden.
generated Jaden Smith. They got CPU
I don't like that name,
running
man.
back and AJ McAfee.
I
And
hate
then
that name.
they have AJ Harris at running back. What happened?
Nah, it's all good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so at I mean, at wide receiver, my apologies. They have AJ Harris, wide receiver from IMG once again on Florida State, so staying in the state of Florida. And then their tight end is going to be Donovan Jackson. What team did Donovan Jackson play for, Ty?
He played for South Lake Carroll, and he played quarterback for us too.
Oh, Donovan Jackson was the replacement for Boone Carter.
Yep, and
Whose
Boone
quarterback is that?
Carter
Whose
found
quarterback
his
is that?
way on the Miss.
Whose quarterback is that?
I would
Where
have
is he?
loved
Where
to
is he,
see
by the way?
I would have
Where
loved to
is
see
he?
Donovan Jackson play quarterback for Florida State and just run people over all year.
He
Nah,
plays for
he was
Florida
doing that
State.
in high school.
But
Yeah,
he's gonna go. He's gonna be the tight end though. He's gonna
he opted in to play as tight end for Florida State.
He's gonna be a
Mm.
baller though.
He's gonna be he's a big dude.
yeah. He's serious. He's real deal.
Let me see, go over his measurables real quick.
Hey, look, hey, and they got that boy. Who else they got?
AJ Harris,
Smokey Lockhart.
Yeah, so at
Smokey.
corner they have Smokey Lockhart, another CPU generated cornerback. But yeah, Donovan Jackson, 6'6", 245. So
God
big,
dang.
Big
yeah,
boy.
big. A big target there for Jaden
That's a
Smith.
big dude.
Jaden Smith, Jay Smith, man. Let's just call him Jay Smith, man, because
We call him yeah, I mean his we're not gonna speak on the Oscars, but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Moving
Yeah.
on to
Right.
Wake Forest.
We stay on that stuff. All right.
Moving to Wake
That's nice.
Forest.
yo, like
With
who
that
came up with
note,
this name?
moving on to Wake Forest, bro.
Who gave him
Wake
that
Forest
name,
is a
man?
solid team, bro.
It was
Wake
me.
Forest
It was
is
me.
solid.
Who does Wake
It's
have?
they're coached by Mitchie, a wonderful coach.
Great coach over at
Great
Wake
coach
Forest.
at Wake
Mitchell
Forest.
O'Brien goes over to Wake Forest, hoping to turn that program around and possibly make him a new powerhouse in college sports. And he has a pretty decent team to start off with. Generated quarterback in Devin Sanchez, but where their offense is going to rely on is at the running back position. In my former team at Bishop Gorman, and in my opinion, the most shiftiest besides Cairo. So slow your roll. Besides Cairo, probably the most shifty running back, with Clayton Zeno.
I don't know. Zeno
So
did juke more than Kyra though.
No, he
Yeah,
did
that's true.
not.
Yeah, he did. Yes,
No,
he
he
did.
did
Yes,
not.
he did.
Nah, but
Yes, he did. You
Zeno
can
doesn't run
watch.
people over
Bro,
like
I'm
He
Kyra.
the
doesn't.
whole
He
defense,
don't
bro.
run people over. He shit like he
That's-
jukes.
yeah,
He juke.
I
He
juked the whole
he does
defense
too.
against
He
Buffalo.
does it more than
Kyra,
you, Cairo. Cairo, you
need
can't
he
fight
juke-
this. Trust me. If you watch the
He
games,
jukes
he
so
jukes
much.
or everybody. He's more
He jukes
shiftier
so
than
much.
you. You're a better overall running back, but he is more shiftier than you.
No,
Yo,
he's
I'm
not.
Watch the
Actually,
game.
I'm telling you,
Watch
like,
these
wait.
games.
Ice,
Oh
hold
my
on. Let
God.
me tell you, this is my teammate. So best believe I'm watching every Bishop Gorman game. He juked so much that he probably juked backwards and cost us like 3-4 yards about 10 times every game.
He is the
10 times every game.
definition of jukebox.
That doesn't make him shifty. That makes him just a juker, I guess. I don't know. That don't
Oh
make.
my
I'm
God,
shif-
Cairo, you
I'm-
can't be the
yeah,
best
I'm
at everything, bro.
spin moving. I'm
You're
spin
number two
moving,
at shifty
I'm
from.
juking,
It don't matter,
I'm
bro.
breaking
Zeno is
tackles, I'm
shiftier than you,
pulling
bro.
out for- Man.
Zeno spins. Zeno hurdles, spins, jukes. You like to run people over sometimes. He don't run nobody over. He jukes.
Bruh.
That's what he does.
Yeah, man. Look, man. The All-Star game showed you. The All-Star game. Look at the All-Star.
Look at the season. Every game he's
Look at
juking
what I've
somebody out
done.
of his
Look at-
boots,
look
bro. The whole
Did I
team.
not do that twice? Did I not do that
Twice. How many games do we have a season, Cairo?
Did I not do that twice for 2 touchdowns though in the All-Star game?
How many games? That's
But
one
he's
game.
doing it every
He's
time
doing
he
it
touches
every
the ball.
game he touches
I
the
am
ball.
too though. I
No,
have games
you
where
are
I'm
not,
making
Cairo.
I am.
No,
Like,
bro, no.
What are y'all getting at?
No,
He's
bro.
juking, but I'm ducking under people. I'm spin
Oh
moving.
my
I'm breaking
God.
tackles. I'm doing
We are talking
everything for that.
about-
Hey, look, bro. Hey, look. Cairo is a do-it-all back. Whether y'all like it or not.
You're not
Y'all can-
shiftier than Zeno. That's what we're trying to
Yes,
get at.
I
We're
am.
not talking about a do it all back. We're talking about shifty. And the fact that
Bro.
you are literally, you know what? You'll see week one. You'll see.
Yeah, we're just gonna see. So
All right.
to finish out the defense for Wake Forest, they have cornerback Keontae Jones, pretty solid, very solid cornerback out of Grayson, and then to finish it off, they have CPU generated strong safety in Dante Bongani. But yeah, I mean Wake Forest just needs to earn the respect of the college season, other college teams, to build their way up. I do believe they're gonna be able to do it. Coach Mitchell O'Brien is more. If you know Coach Mitchell O'Brien, you know that he knows how to build a team. You just know that. Probably coming in, I would say in my opinion, probably the best coach we have in the college season. So at number 9 we have Alabama, which they are a funny case. A funny case. I know Alabama players probably don't think they are number 9. You could possibly have them over Wake Forest. But I mean, we're just gonna have to see how Coach Jackson Diaz.
I mean, yeah, their team is more talented, but like high school player wise, no.
Yeah.
And I don't even know who all is starting on that team. That's gonna be up to.
I got you here right here. So
I don't
they
know.
have.
I don't know if Miles will start, but
Mentor.
I mean, they better start him. They're gonna have they have Paul Tyson, who's a 71 overall quarterback.
yeah,
Um,
Cam Chase. I know Cam's a starter.
Yeah, so they have Miles Minter, Cairo's former quarterback at St. John's Bosco. They
Boy.
also have C.T. Williams. If somebody can please let me know what high school he played at.
Who is CT?
C.T. Williams
CT played at South Lake Carroll. He's actually a really good dude. Like he was completely cool with us switching to the option offense. Like he's a good dude.
okay. So C.T. Williams, and then also another one of my former high school teammates, and leading receiver for Bishop Gorman, Cameron Chase, and that's just to finish out their wide receiving core. And then here on defense, not really much to really speak on besides I do believe just Iron Galactic,
That boy,
cornerback.
I ain't elected.
Oh
Yeah,
my God, these names, bro.
out of Servite.
He's actually
Um,
he's a user, bro.
yeah, he's a
Yeah.
user. He's active
I
every
mean,
week.
who would name a generic person Iron Galactic? That just
I
seems like it's.
mean, when we get to Pitt, you're gonna see one of the names of the corners for Pitt. So just hold on for that one.
Richard Go.
I know who we.
Wait,
Richard
hold on,
Gordon
Ty.
Tyke?
Don't,
All right,
don't,
let me-
hold on. So so Alabama, the reason why if you guys are watching this and wondering why you're ranked at the bottom, you guys are talented. You just didn't really show it in high school. It's pretty much it. That's why you're at the lower end of the top 10.
And like yeah, but it's still the top 10. Like it's not like you're the lowest seed.
I mean,
There's
because
still
then,
a lot of other teams, you know.
Unless you're not Pitt.
yeah,
At least you're
because
not.
then if you go, my thing is, if you go, no, my thing is, even if you go below Pitt, the teams get really bad at that. Because
No,
Pitt,
but like,
really
in my
bad.
opinion, like if once we get to Pitt, I'll talk about that. But
okay,
I'll wait
Yo,
it.
fun fact. Me and Numa almost went to Pitt.
yes,
Well,
yes, me and I team up at Pitt.
nah, but I think that Pitt really like it's not better than Florida. I think that Florida's a better team because they got Nash, and then they got
Well,
Spencer Fields. I think is his name.
yes. So the team. So anybody's wondering who's under Pitt. So under Pitt, we're gonna have the teams are not in any order. Auburn, Tennessee, Florida, Ole Miss, Mississippi State,
Boone
and
Carter.
Notre Dame. Yeah. Um. But yeah. So then at number 10, Pitt, and then Pitt they have on their roster. Their quarterback is going to be automatically generated, and that's going to be Caden Walker. Um, and then they really don't have any wide receivers. They don't really have any other players until you get to defense. Um, and actually, Richard does not play for Pitt. What team does he play for, Ty?
Richard who?
I don't know.
Richard goes inside.
Richard, Richard Go with
Richard
with
go.
Cajun
You,
style.
and you're not slick, Richard, because when you first did your application, you tried to make your name, you know what,
Not cool,
and
For
bro.
have your
YouTube
last
guidelines, we can't say.
Exactly.
That's not cool. That's actually pretty sus.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's weird, bro.
Now, if you like that stuff, I'm.
All right,
Let's stop it there. Let's stop it there. Let's stop it there. Let's stop it there.
Facts,
Let's
facts,
stop
facts.
it there.
Relax.
Stop it there.
Relax, Cairo.
Stop it there,
Relax.
Cairo. Let's stop it there because you go any further, you mess around and get canceled. No, we ain't doing that.
Hey,
But yeah,
Stop it there.
just to finish, Pitt's
I didn't do that.
defense, they're gonna have Jaden Curry at cornerback, and I do believe Jaden Curry also played at Grayson. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Jaden Curry actually played at South Lake Carroll. Funny story, but I'm not talking about that right now.
All right, so another South Lake Carroll player
Trash.
that we have.
So why are you not talking about South Lake Jaden Curry?
Because South Lake Carroll was
Oh, nah,
the-
we can talk about that later.
Why are you not talking about that?
Nah, for real.
it's not YouTube worthy, probably.
It's not YouTube worthy.
But,
Yeah, it's not.
But I mean that kind of concludes our top 10 here. I mean,
Yep.
and if you guys have anything to say, possibly early predictions,
That's up.
possibly for top 4.
Now I don't want to be biased, man, but I'm gonna just be honest. We might see. I guess top 4. We might see Georgia going there. Texas A&M. We might see Cincinnati. We might see LSU.
What's your rankings?
Top 4.
I think this ranking is pretty good.
No, I'm talking about
No,
after
like-
week
like
one.
the-
After week one, what do you think your rankings gonna be? Who do
Yeah,
you think
after
is gonna
week
be
1,
one,
what do you
two,
think
three,
the
and
top
four?
4 is gonna look like?
After week 1, who do we play? Who
All right,
does?
so I got you right here with the rest schedule. So for week 1, um, Texas A&M plays Texas, so that's gonna be
That's
they're
a
gonna go
rivalry
against
game.
a CPU team. Rivalry game, CPU team. That's gonna be shown. We're showing just
Who that?
we're showing
Who that?
the CPU games are gonna count. So yeah, Texas A&M plays Texas, rivalry game there, and then you have LSU playing. They play Georgia. Matter of fact, you guys play Georgia week 1, so another rivalry.
So that
game
means
there.
Georgia, LSU, and Georgia, one of them gonna drop out of the 4.
I mean
One
Georgia.
of them dropping out of the top 4.
So either if LSU loses, LSU's
Dropping.
probably gonna dropping out of the top. Most likely gonna drop out of the top 4.
Yeah, he dropped that.
Georgia.
Because you gotta realize
If Georgia.
after the rankings, after this, we'll go on off records too. And then if Georgia beats LSU, Georgia will automatically be above LSU.
Yeah. Georgia. If Georgia wins, Georgia instantly goes right into the top 4. Because
Even if LSU is still in the top 4, Georgia has to go above LSU.
Well, they're not winning, so no, it's fine.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
I'm gonna just say I got LSU winning because I think we got more of the talent, and it's not even just the submitted players, it's also the generic players as well. That's very talented. Not to mention they got an X factor. They got an X factor on the running back on LSU that can just basically do it all with Cairo Obe. Does Georgia have any X factors on their team? No.
They have a super
But
star
you
carry.
can't just let X factors change.
I'm not just basing it off of X factors, but I'm basing it off of the talent wise. We have 2 5-stars on our team. You know what I'm saying? On offense, we got 1 5-star on offense.
Yeah,
One
you definitely have a point.
3. Who's the 3rd?
Barbecue.
Nah, because it's just me. It's me and barbecue.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
Chain's not 5-star.
Nah, he's a 4-star.
Oh, my fault. I'm
He
sorry.
ain't that good now.
But he's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays like one. So, I think talent wise, just that defense is going to be tough for Georgia.
I would say
to
this.
handle.
I would say this. If LSU loses, it's going because of Ty, the quarterback.
Unfortunately, it is gonna be on Ty.
It's
to
going to
win
be on
this game.
Ty.
I'm gonna be honest. It's true. If I don't play well and we can't get and Cairo doesn't get carries, we are gonna get smacked.
Mm-hmm.
And even if Cairo does get a lot of carries and I play horrible, we could still potentially win.
That quarterback running back is going to have that ultimate duo.
Yeah.
We gotta make sure Ty is protected. We gotta make sure we gotta make sure our receivers are getting open.
Biggest thing is making me not force passes because I have a decent arm. I've shown that. It's just I don't know.
I've seen passes by Ty that he's made down the sideline. I was like, that's a great ball placement.
I would say
You know what I'm
if
saying?
LSU loses, they're going to drop to 5, and if Georgia wins, they're going to drop to 3.
Go up to
or 4.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll go over the rest of the schedule for the top 10. So, week 1, Cincinnati and Miami plays. So these 2 teams, they're playing to stay in the top 4.
Yeah. Whoever
every
loses
team
drops.
is dropping out, regardless. Clemson, they're playing Notre Dame. Their game.
Clemson could potentially get into top 4 if they win.
I mean, it's Notre Dame. If they win, do we really move them up? Because you have to look at everybody else.
I get that, but we can't have a team that lose above a team that wins.
No, we're not doing that. That's what we're not gonna do. So let's say if Georgia loses, Georgia is probably gonna go down maybe to number 10, maybe number 9, maybe number 8. We don't know. We gotta see how FSU does against. Who does FSU play, Ty?
FSU plays Penn State.
All right, so we have to see how FSU does against Penn State. Then we have to see how Oklahoma does. I mean, not Oklahoma. How Wake Forest does against Oklahoma, and then we got to see how Alabama plays up against Ole Miss.
Yep.
And then we have to see how Pitt plays Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
Florida. My apologies.
I
Pitt
would
plays
say this:
Florida.
there's a lot of chances that a lot of these teams you see right now can get dropped out of the top 10.
And
For
there's
sure.
also a lot of opportunities for teams to move up into the top 10 or into the top 4.
If
Because
Boone
right
Carter,
now,
Mississippi State wins, bro, they're moving into the top 10.
if Boone Carter wins, and who do they play? Let me see. Who does Mississippi State play? Mississippi State.
Hella close to you got real close to the to the
Mississippi, because I've been saying this all day, and I mean, I'm telling you, if Boone Carter throws as well during his college season, as Miles McCain, and is up there for top 5 quarterbacks in the nation, my vote is going to Boone Carter for the Heisman.
Facts.
What?
I'm putting it automatically.
Did you not see
Somebody
Boone
else gonna-
Carter's high school career?
Did you not see how Boone Carter was buns in high school?
He's
Boone
a
Carter
lower-
started 5 weeks and threw 13 picks. I'm
He got
pretty sure.
benched for a tight end. He had
Yeah.
got benched for a tight end.
Hey,
He's
and
the only-
DJ, hey, not to throw shade on my coach, but DJ Stingley did get some of his like reps taken from Eric Chang at running back.
Exactly. And then also,
Very
he's
just a
the
bad
only quarterback.
situation.
He's the only quarterback who threw more interceptions than Kaelin Diaz.
Oh,
But he's not
And
gonna win the Heisman.
and
Bro, that's
Kaylin played
all
a full season too.
Kyra winning that Heisman.
Exactly.
Kyra winning that Heisman.
I mean, hey,
Kyra, I
if you
guarantee
run-
you're not winning the Heisman.
wait, hold on. You
Wait.
can't say it. You can't say it. You can't say it. Because if the man rushes for like 2,000 yards and gets 20
He
touchdowns,
has to beat
he's
out
winning.
Miles McCain, though.
If his performances beat out Miles McCain, whoever performs the best is winning the Heisman.
Yeah.
Whoever performs the best.
I don't know. Kyra
That's how
talking a
it
little
be.
heavy on his player. A little too early. Not even week 1 yet.
I mean,
Like, come on
like,
now.
everybody doing now. Like you thinking you the number 1 cornerback when you
Coming
not,
into college, yes, but I didn't say I was to be the Heisman winner.
bro. Nah, man, it's all normal.
I forgot you wasn't here for the scrimmage that I
Go
seen.
ahead, now.
Listen, all right, let me talk about the scrimmage then. Let me talk about the scrimmage.
Hey, look.
Let me talk
Go
about the scrimmage.
ahead. It's scrimmage.
Michigan State versus Cincinnati. Ty, what happened?
Okay.
Oh,
Ty, you was my witness. What happened?
I got burned.
That
I
boy
got
got
toasted.
burnt 20 yards down the field, bro. He was burnt. The space was ridiculous,
I'm
bro.
pretty sure it was Oregon actually.
No,
it
it
was
was Penn
Michigan
State.
State. It was Michigan State.
I got burned against Penn State.
It was Michigan State.
No,
No, we didn't play Michigan State for our scrimmages.
Who did you
It
play?
was
Oregon?
Jahan Dotson. It was Jahan
I was
Dotson.
just messing around though, but you know what I'm saying.
Either way, this boy got burnt to a crisp, like burnt, like throw burnt toast on the field, bro.
No, but he still played really well in the scrimmages. Other than that one moment, he went against a 98 speed receiver. So
He got
yeah,
burnt.
that's welcome to
I
college
don't
moments
hear. I
right
don't want
there.
to hear.
Hey,
He
it happened.
got burnt.
It happened. Yeah, I did get burned. I got toasted. Facts.
Bad.
happens. If you a wide receiver, if you a cornerback, it happens, man.
It happens. It's
So
gonna
you
happen.
say it happens when you fumble?
I never fumbled.
No,
See, you can't
Nah,
say
I'm
never,
fumbling.
bro.
Never fumbled.
No, fumbling is a
First
very
of all,
different thing now.
You can't
First
say
of all, we're
fumble.
gonna have to
I had fumbled in high school.
drug test Cairo out before every game because the size of his arms are bigger than like most linebackers and like D linemen.
Facts.
So he's gonna have to get like drug tested for every game. That's
You know
why
what's crazy though? Like when we built that over, I don't think there's a way you can change the size of arms in franchise. So he just got like really lucky.
Yeah, you got to be lucky with those arms.
But it was just like you built over based on your high school, but it just happened.
I just got in that weight room and you know what I'm saying, trying to.
Must have frozen again. But yeah, everybody, you know, this is the top 10.
Let Ice know that he's number 2 to me, and he will always be number 2 to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, get it, get
That's
burnt.
correct.
Like, okay,
That's
you know what? How about
correct.
this? How about 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 this? Let's do this.
What's
Let's
up?
do this.
First
No.
person to get burnt this season.
No. How about this? How about this? How about this? How about this? We have how many games, right? We'll say whoever has the better season. Let's bet FBet Bucks.
Flex Bucks.
Let's bet Flex Bucks. Let's bet Flex Bucks. Put your money where your mouth is. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with Taj.
I will give
Winner
you.
takes all.
I will give you my entire NIL deal
Yo, whoa.
if you have better stats than me.
Chill.
Aren't you signed to me?
Yeah, so you can keep your bread. So you can keep your bread. The upfront money I'm getting from my NIL deal, I'll give it back. It's 1,000
Nah,
upfront.
You
How
got
about
bread
this?
like
How
that?
about this? How about this? How about this? How about this? How about this? Let's
And
do
then,
something.
then you can
Let's do
just
something
run
even
that
better.
bag
Let's
back
do
over
something
to
even better.
Jetty.
Let's do something even better. Let's do something even better. Look, how about this? Let's do
What's up?
something even better. If D Ice outperforms you, you have to give. Oh yeah. All right. Whoever does better, the other squad has to give that person a max contract.
Ooh.
Wait, hold on. I can't give you a max contract
No,
because
like for the following season.
For the following season.
Oh, for the,
You have to give him a max contract.
Because you have to play at least 2 in
but
college.
right
Yo,
now,
all your money's not the max contract, bro.
my money is. Oh, you mean like whatever I have like left like for next
No,
season?
like next season, you have to whoever's your like you have to give them the most money. Like I don't care how you do all the other people, but you have to give them the most money.
Okay. So right now for Nike, which is me, for everybody who doesn't know, I have Miles McCain signed to a lucrative deal out the ass. So what you're saying is, if you play
have
better
to drop
than me,
somebody, you have to drop somebody.
I have to drop Miles
No.
McCain.
You don't have to drop Miles, but you have to give D Ice more money than Miles. So if you have to drop somebody to make up that money,
To do that, I have to drop Miles.
who else you signed?
I got ties
For how much?
for 3 total.
How much
for
you
3
doing Miles?
Miles total 10.
Hey, wait. We're not supposed to discuss this. What y'all doing?
No, he doesn't know what he's. Nobody knows what he's getting up front. Nobody knows what he's getting up front.
No,
Remember, there's
you
still
could discuss
incentives.
this. It's just not smart. It's not smart. It's not like it's illegal. It's why would you do that?
Yeah.
I mean, his money's still tied up in incentives. He doesn't. Nobody knows how much he's getting up front. His money's still tied up in incentives, so he still needs to perform to get the whole 10.
But still, you have to give the. Oh, how about this? All right, we'll do this. Oh, how about this? All right, we'll do this. Whoever's better.
Why not?
No.
Why not? I give you the flex bucks out my pocket because
I don't want
the NIL deal is not coming out of my pocket.
No. How about this? We're gonna do this. Whoever. All right, we'll bet 3,000 of our base money.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wins, that 3,000 gets added to the winner's base money.
Okay, I can do that.
So if I win, I get your 3,000 out of your base money. So you lose 3,000 in your base, and I gain 3,000.
Okay, that's a deal.
Deal?
That's a deal.
Bet that.
That's not. I mean,
I have a question.
That's not everything,
really
right?
quick. I have a
what's up,
question
man?
really quick. What determines a better season for you cornerbacks though? Like, what if he has more tackles? Remember how Ice feels like, oh, nobody targeted me. But what if you have like more interceptions? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
look at it towards the wide receivers they're facing. So if the wide receivers their matchups is under like what 50, 40 yards, then they've had a good game against that team. And also look at the pass deflections as well.
okay.
We can have the committee decide also. We can take it to the committee and we'll let the whole committee decide.
Okay.
Since there
No.
We're
gonna have a vote. We're gonna have a vote on it. We're gonna take a vote on it.
What we do is we could, like I said, like we just like have our stats in there, and then we'll do like a Google Doc or whatever, like a survey or whatever. Just put our stats in there. Just not have nobody's name. Like don't put Chris.
Oh yeah,
stats
and whoever.
And then just throw it out to everybody in the community and everybody vote whoever gets the most votes or who.
Right. I think y'all should each make a highlight tape too.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna do that.
For sure.
But like so that you can include your deflections too. You know what I'm saying? Like include all of that. You know what I mean?
But hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Thank you for all who've been watching this stuff. Thank you. I'm gonna reach out and thank you, Cairo. Thank you, Jet. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Numa, for everyone coming out. I'm going to close this out because we got some more. Because we, as the committee, has more behind the scenes we have to talk about before we actually sign off. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it out now. I'm gonna go ahead and say, everybody, thank you. Hope y'all watch. Get ready for the next podcast. And I can't wait till week 1, baby. See who really wins. Anybody else got anything else to say?
Nah, man.
Nah, that's it.
This is just the beginning.
He gonna be the best wide receiver, best running back in the nation. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be the best running back in the nation as a freshman.
All
So
right, I'm gonna close it up. All right, this is D.I.
Ayo.
Pull up the screen and the podcast. Have a great night.